Chasing down dinner. Hey guys, the video you're about to watch was filmed on May 18th, which was the day that we got rained out when the flood started. So enjoy. Hey, good morning. Welcome back to the farm. Well, last night, if you missed that video, we planted pretty late again. I think it was about 1 o'clock, 1:30, something like that when we got done. And like the last time I pulled a late one, I thought it was going to rain and I was going to get a sleep in. And it rained just a little bit and I didn't get a sleep in. So we're heading to the field. It is 2 o'clock, so it is a little late in the day, but so we did get a little bit of rain. It's all dried off now. We're actually going to be putting in a enlist plot. I'll explain more about that here in a little bit. So it's going to be kind of slow going, and we've got rains all around us, but I think we've got a couple hour window, so hopefully we can get that knocked out. And get the planter out. I'm going to throw in what seed we have left. The planter should be fairly close to empty, and that'll get us out of that variety of seed. Corn's finally coming up here real good. Just wanted to check something. As you can see, we're really off on the strips here. Now part of that is because these are end rows, which is very hard to stay on your strips and your end rows. And part of that is because of the lack of RTK. You can tell right here where he's off the strips, the corn's just barely coming up. And when he's in the strips, the corn's doing really good, looks good. Nice, loose, fertile soil. But I don't know, some places he's not in the strip and it didn't matter, like right there. So I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason to that. I mean, I'm sure there is, I just don't know it. But it is what it is. Now, if you're new to the channel, we strip tilled this year for the first time in a long time. We had RTK on our strip till tractor. Unfortunately, some of the parts were back ordered due to the COVID, and we did not get it until mid-April, and by that point we had done several acres already. We did those acres on a subscription, range point subscription. It was fairly accurate, but there's just some places where it's off a little bit. Getting dirty. I don't like my tractor to be this dirty. It's getting dirty in here too. I don't like that. I would throw all this trash away, but the dumpster service we use sent us a letter saying all trash has to be in a trash bag or you get a fine. And I don't have a trash bag. Isn't that a wonderful thing? Waiting on the park brake. Load our settings. Here goes Mom and Dad. Mom's riding with him, going to plant some corn. I was a little wrong. We have about 150 acres of corn. He's going to a farm that has 40 acres up the road a little ways. Hopefully he can get that in before it rains. One of these days I'll charge this battery. Good thing it's a Honda. Fires right up every time. Loaded. Now we don't have full tank of seed, but we have enough to get started. Hopefully I can get to that field that the plot is in and get started on before them guys get here. Seeing your crops starting to grow, whew. Not a better feeling in the world. Well, there probably is, but it's a good feeling. Even on that ground where we didn't get on the strips 100% of the time, I believe that ground will still benefit from that strip till just because of the deep tillage. We were pulling 8 inches deep and we haven't done any kind of deep tillage on these fields in 20 to 30 years, so yeah, should help.
We're down here trying to plant corn down there where we spread 28 last night, yesterday evening. Trying to get this done, about 2 o'clock. Had a little shower this morning, nothing, hardly less than a tenth. The sun came out, we dried things off a little bit, so I thought we'd try over and get this planted before it rains. It's going to be a little wet in a couple places. I don't think we'll wait on it. They say it's going to get wetter, I don't know. It's sprinkled a little bit here, a time or two, but maybe we can get this done. About 2 or 3 acres over here. Do this down the bottom tier first, and up on the hill there. way out. Do my inroads there first. That way the clutches will shut off when we come back. Plants clear through.
Well, it's sprinkling. Pioneer guys behind me, they're the ones putting this plot out. Like I said, this is an Enlist plot. Enlist is a kind of herbicide. It's fairly new for beans. Basically, you're able to spray 2,4-D on soybeans. That's new. So they asked if we'd be interested in putting a plot out, and more than anything, we were interested for our own. We wanted to see it for ourselves. We have had really good luck with dicamba soybeans, which is a different kind of, they're dicamba tolerant, which is a different kind of herbicide. Does really good. But Enlist are a little bit easier to use. And yeah, so that's why we kind of want to try them. But it doesn't really look good. I'm just waiting for the wall of water. Don't see one. Watch this little trick. And it's gone. Well, the good news is it's not raining right here. It's raining up there, but that's where we're going. Well, it rained just enough to spot my tractor up real good, but not enough to rain us out. Now we need an hour to get this plot in, so we really don't want to get halfway done with it and then get rained out. It's gonna make the plot a little inconclusive, I would think. Right now I have my bulk fan, which is what puts seed to the units from that big tank, have it shut off. I'm doing that because those units have a little box on them that will hold some seeds. So we're trying to get them as close to empty as possible. So as you can see, they're pretty empty, so that we can fill them with the test plot seed. The way we're doing this test plot, we're planting 15 rows at a time with each variety, and we are putting them in by hand in the box. The central fill box is shut off, and after every variety, we are vacuuming them all out. So takes a little bit of time, but should be pretty accurate. And I think we only have 4 or 5 more varieties to go. Getting her fired back up. We got to shut everything down every time that we empty and change varieties. Got the plot done. We have a whopping 5 acres out of this 88 that's here done. Sky looks pretty bad, so see what we can get done. We're still rolling. We've had rain on the window the entire time, but it ain't sticking to the planter any, and the ground's still dry, so we're gonna keep on keeping on.
Yeah, I say we're back planting up on the hill. We're trying to finish this field up. Wheels starting to build up mud with drive wheel. Get a slip in there. I had to back up. I think it's okay now. All done this field. Go back to the shed. It's like rain, getting dark back here. We're going to get one, it looks like. So at least that's another 35 acres done. So we'll head back to the shed.
Uh-oh! They're big raindrops this time. I'm gonna wash my fender off. I think if I roll some soybeans over there, a little bit of moisture, they'd grow. I'd say this one's gonna rain us out. It's raining pretty hard. At least we got a good bonus 50 acres in. Yeah, we're definitely putting her up. I guess the roof was a little dirty. Look at there, it's yellow under there. Look at that, I'll be darned. Well, we are getting some much needed rain, and we are definitely done for the night. I say much needed not because, I mean, the ground was dry, but where we shallowed up that Turbo Max, I was kind of getting a little nervous. We were only putting that nitrogen 6 inches down. When we did that, it was supposed to rain the next day, so I wasn't too concerned. Hasn't rained since, and that ground got planted today. So this makes me feel better. Yep, I'm gonna watch my corn pop up in rows. Something about the green grass grows. Yep, I'm pretty poetic. I think we could have kept going a couple more rounds. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't, consider subscribing and tapping that notification bell. You also have to turn on your notifications for YouTube. I've had a lot of people say they hit their bell, but they never get notifications. Well, if you don't tell your mobile device that you're going to accept notifications from YouTube, that isn't going to work. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.